2K Sports. From the attire to the food, the players' jerseys.
Hello.
Tonight, a celebration of the Latin culture. Kevin Harlan here with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg, and our sideline reporter is David Aldridge. DA, take it away.
Well, it took 5 long months, but Anthony Davis's trade request was finally granted. And now he has a new start in Los Angeles alongside LeBron James.
Shout out.
And the Lakers now boast 2 top 10 players. Kevin, this is a team with legitimate championship aspirations.
And DA, that's the standard for the Lakers organization. Thanks for that report. We're going to break in the action, so let's take a look at the West and how the teams are stacking up. Take a look at the Lakers. They continue to play strong basketball, not utterly dominant as the last part of the season grinds toward the playoffs. And it looks like, guys, they'll hold on to that #1 spot the whole way there.
Let's go, Lakers. Game 4.
And when I look at the Lakers,
On my PS4.
they're well above the position they were expected to be in at this stage. Now the question becomes,
Standing is 3.
I can't see any reason why they can't. I mean,
in
they
favor of
have to be
Lakers.
considered one of the favorites to lift the trophy for me.
Let's take a look at our starters for Portland. Collins plays the 4 with Nurkic.
So, guys, Simply Jerrome TV.
Lillard and McCollum. And it's Anthony in at the 3. And for the Lakers, LeBron and Gray
This guy make his Lakers, of course.
Well, Pope out there with Anthony Davis. And it's McGee in at the center, filling out the middle. Now here's McCollum. Pass to Lillard. Shot clock at 6. And there's the call on James. That is his first foul of the game. Clark, you admire rebounding. You're a terrific rebounder yourself. What makes these teams so great on the glass?
Well, Kevin, a few things. One, they emphasize it. They prioritize rebounding the basketball. And then they send everybody to the glass. A lot of guys for each of these teams goes to the board, and the work ethic is outstanding.
They hustle, and you're a hustler, but I know you admire that as much as anything, don't you?
That's a big part of rebounding, hustling.
poor design there defensively. They know he's a knockdown shooter from that spot.
And you do not want to let him get going early because that can get you cooked.
Now, here's LeBron. He's an offensive force, averaging nearly 26 points a game. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Caldwell Pope.
Masuk po sa mga sumisilip. Enjoy watching po. Isang game lang. Flex naman tayo sa iba. Oy!
And it's Lillard missing. And so James will bring it up for Los Angeles. Pass to McGee. 17-foot shot.
Oh my goodness.
Good, and the assist goes to James.
There is a bunch to appreciate about
Good morning, guys.
His passing is off the charts. Just look at that feed.
McCollum kicks to Lillard.
Game 4 to actually nanalo ng ano. Nanalo ng Lakers, lamang na lamang Lakers sa labanan.
That's the kind of D you need.
Davis.
That ball near the hoop. They were all over.
And they double up Davis. Now the pass to McGee. Caldwell Pope pushes to LeBron.
Oh!
Yeah, first and foremost, he's a pass-first team player.
Mismatch yan.
Caldwell Pope. Love seeing that.
For Portland, they've gone 1 of 3 for the field to start this one so far.
Ole! Showtime! Ooh!
So often we see this transition buckets off turnover.
And we know turnovers are painful and costly. You get loose with the ball on one end and get punished on the other end.
Oy!
3 from Anthony. A rebound by the Lakers.
Baba mo na, Davis. Baba mo muna.
I like how they got him a wide open look in space there.
His shot is good.
Again,
It really balances out the backcourt when McGee is able to provide points inside.
Oy!
That's big.
Kaya naman si Damian, no? Kumakana ng interest niyang mga
He's not gonna miss that sort of an opportunity.
pangwalakasan.
Just over 2.5 minutes played here so far in the first quarter.
Hey!
Davis,
So
James misses. Trailblazers trail by 3. Anthony nowhere around. A three-pointer off the mark.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Nice.
Quite a bit of turnover for the Lakers in recent years. office to the coaching staff. I think it's always important for an organization to have a common voice to speak in stereo and have everybody in proper alignment from the top.
Ayan, pasok po kayo, guys.
Here's Lillard. Following the basket by Anthony Davis.
Iba ang mga pag-live. Mag-LS kasi.
McCollum.
Busy sa
And
trabaho.
6 points for Damian Lillard.
Tsaka busy siya flexing. Isang laro lang muna to.
Caldwell Pope on the wing. On the wing, James. He's guarded.
Oh, libre.
Here's McGee. Score.
Nice one.
Basket in 3 tries.
Well, for a 7-footer, he's got really good bounce, does JaVale McGee, and doing a nice job working on the glass there.
So timeout called here, the first for Portland. And as the Lakers have looked to fill positions, Clark, a real affinity for candidates with the Lakers history.
Yeah, you know, that's exactly right. They view it as a family, but here recently, they've expanded their options and have looked outside of past Laker pedigree in terms of filling some key spots, which is part of what you have to do if you're going to move forward and be successful.
And
12.
it's a completely new group for Los Angeles.
Lamang ng
For the
Lakers.
Trailblazers.
Lakers ang gamit ko.
Knocked loose. Out of bounds. The
Wow.
Lakers will take possession.
Bola
And
pa.
now a chance to go to the real stats, real scores from the real NBA to see the leading three-point shooting teams in the NBA. In fourth, the Trailblazers.
No doubt, they have snipers on that roster, that's for sure. It's been a terrific year for them from beyond the arc.
Unable to get the ball in bounds. They get called for
Hey.
a 5-second violation.
Naano ako? Violations.
First quarter play and just over 3.5 minutes in. Right side.
Ay, nako,
Lays it up
mismatch.
off the glass.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this
So guys,
they should be showing
please
a
watch
lot
the
more
real
energy
NBA
on defense.
Game
Not
5.
there.
Try gets the
This is
bucket.
game 4. Nanalo na ang Lakers. 3-1 na standing.
And Caruso's got the ball here for Los Angeles. Tough loss coming against the Rockets in the last game they played. We've got 1:48 left in the first quarter. This is it to Kuzma.
Libre na pala yun.
Caruso, his only defender. Shot clock at 5. Lets it go from deep. Drains it
Wow.
from beyond the arc.
Guess
What
the
a
71st
samba.
defense wasn't quite connected enough. They lost contact.
Simons, the pass to Whiteside. Pass to Trent. To the paint. With the
Mismatch.
shot.
Ah!
Whiteside, good. Whiteside's got his second bucket of the night.
And a nice job here early
Waiters.
of establishing an inside presence. And it's been talked about for some
Pangit ng
time,
assist.
but last summer,
Kala ko tumakbo si ano.
on Hassan Whiteside.
Pasok.
Portland for Leonard and Harkless. Whiteside and the Heat had soured on each other.
Ay,
And
baba mo na.
a chance for both sides to have a fresh start.
Now here's Kuzma. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game.
1-1. 1-1. Superman.
Here in the first.
Superman.
Here's Howard.
Ah!
And
Sablay.
not allowing the shooter even an inch
Uy.
of breathing room on that one.
And guys, that's
Pinakawalan.
exactly the kind of high-impact defense they want to see out of him.
And not the prototype power
Lamang
forward,
na talo yung
but
Portland.
he has tremendous athletic ability.
Here's Waiters. After the Trailblazers pick up 2. Caruso kicks to Waiters. And the
Waiters yun eh.
I'll tell you what,
Kaya nga kinuha ng Lakers yun eh.
can keep this up.
Kasi wala silang mga shooter.
For sure. Crowd pleasing already.
Here's Little. And he gets it to go. Little's got his second basket.
3 seconds.
From deep three-point
Chamba.
range. Some great action here early as we end the first quarter, clock in the top. And the second quarter will be on the way when we come back. And as we return, Noche Latina, celebrating the NBA's connection to the Latin American community. And what stands out to you from the Lakers in this one?
Well, when you control the glass, you control the second chance opportunities on both ends.
And you know, their rebounding advantage has been glaring, simply outworking them on the boards for that entire first quarter.
Second quarter. 6 minutes lang
The Lakers shooting has been beyond great until now. How about 57% from the field overall? On the court for the Trailblazers, Hazonia at the 4 and Whiteside at the 5. Then it's Little, and it's Trent in at the 2. Kicks it to Waiter. 6 on the shot clock. Morris passes to Smith.
Oh, yeah, man.
Hands of the ball out of bounds. Howard touched it last.
And with a moment, let's check out the stats for Whiteside. He's been on a remarkable tear this past month, averaging about 18 points per, 14 rebounds, and he's such a big presence for them on the inside.
Yeah, whether it's sending shots back airmail or cleaning the glass, he's the total package.
Lasagna, the pass to
Ole.
And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming out. That's on Dwight Howard. And with the playoffs ahead, some have argued for a play-in tournament, Clark, to determine the 6 through 10 seeds. What do you think of that?
An interesting concept. In theory, it certainly might allow for more teams to be engaged down the stretch. You know, with Adam Silver, he's very much interested in seeing how to make the game better in every way. So there are no sacred cows. Just because it's been done one way before doesn't mean that he's not looking at ways to change it for improvement.
And keep that fan base really interested.
Yeah, that's a big part of what's made the league as successful as it has been worldwide.
Walang harang.
And both free throws good from Whiteside.
You know, guys, you got to give much respect to the length of Whiteside. I mean, he's a hulking 7-footer who takes a lot of pride
thank you for
in being the
watching.
defensive anchor for this team.
Please support the real game. Game 5. Hindi ko lang alam kailan. Game 4. Nanalo na pong Lakers. 3-1 na po yung standing sa totoong
Little's got the lead up to 5 now for the Trailblazers. Smith in the post. Up and in.
Smith din eh.
Smith's got his first 2 points of the night.
And those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten here in the first
Time out na naman sila.
Here the Blazers decide to talk it over. They come into this one following the loss to the Grizzlies. And Los Angeles will go for a different look here. Anthony Davis, he's checked in for Howard. Contavious Caldwell-Pope comes in for Kyle Kuzma. Danny Green, he's checked in for J.R. Smith. And James subbed in for Waiters. Now here's McCollum. He's coming off a 22-point game against Memphis.
And he was relentless in that one. I mean,
Out
he
of
wanted to be
bounds.
the first to every rebound and almost was.
That is out of bounds. That was out of
Lakers
bounds.
trail by 3. Here's LeBron. 29 points for him last game against Houston. From deep. That shot no good. And it's Portland the other way. Anthony with it. Now Green defending. And
galing.
puts it down.
Oh, and the lead gets bigger on a ridiculous offensive sequence.
That dunk alone would have been spectacular. Never mind it coming at the end of an alley-oop.
Well, I tell you what, this team just a step away from being completely sleep.
Caldwell-Pope against Anthony. Off target from the wing.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that.
Davis the pass to Caldwell-Pope. And no good that time.
Yeah, and that was lining up to be a huge alley-oop, but they just couldn't quite connect.
And you know, guys, always a tough catch on the lob. Placement and timing have to be close to perfect.
Now here's LeBron following the miss by Carmelo Anthony.
Nangalabaw si LeBron.
Tell you what, if he's within shouting distance of the basket, he's going to get his buckets. You can count on
Kailangan
that.
manalo naman tayo dito. Lagi tayong talo.
And here's Anthony from
Sablay mo naman.
They get it again. Nurkic. They shoot again.
Ay.
And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Yeah, good job to take it right at him.
Yeah, really left him no choice there, Greg. He had to foul and keep him from converting the easy bucket.
And what's your take, guys, on the hustle stats for Portland?
It looks like they're ready to run, fellas. I mean, they haven't hesitated at all to get out on the break so far.
Yeah, and one thing, Clark, I've noticed is how quick their hands have been tonight.
Hi, Illinois.
They've gotten a lot of
Hey,
points
kumusta?
off of turnover.
Now here's James. He has 6.
Hindi ba naalagas? Naglalaro po ang PS4.
Rebound by the Trailblazers.
Kumusta po,
They're
Illinois?
just not scoring with the efficiency he
Wow,
likes. A tough quarter for them.
Here's Lillard.
Huli ka.
Here's Nurkic. And the rejection by James.
Rejection by James.
Fired up by defense as much as offense, and that block
Kainis naman yan.
with a major bounce in his step.
Now here's LeBron following the miss by Anthony Davis.
Walang foul. Grabe naman yun.
There from Anthony.
Well, he's much better than that. Really no excuse for missing that lane.
Uy, nawala si Lebron. Lah, lamang na sila.
On the play was Lillard. McCollum's got
Yan, Illinois, mga Bray. Kumusta po?
And the Lakers decide to take their first time out here.
Well, adjustments are a part of the game, and the coach sees something he doesn't like here.
And you know what? We'll see what changes he makes coming out of this timeout.
JaVale McGee's check in for Los Angeles. Alex Caruso comes in for
Salamat
James.
sa pagdalaw.
Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. Here's Caruso, covered by Lillard. For 3, Caldwell Pope. The shot.
Wala.
And it's Portland the other way.
Ito, matatalo na naman ata ako.
From downtown.
Wag naman.
The putback. It's good on the
Iba pa.
putback. Nurkic has got the lead up to 10 now for the Trailblazers.
Way to work the glass. Buffet style. Second chance bucket. They can make a big difference.
And stolen by Lillard.
Diba, para naman ako natin.
Anthony Davis grabs the miss.
Umanap ka nga,
Davis
Davis.
has got his 6th rebound on the night.
Davis, umanap ka. Umanak ka.
Caldwell Pope outside. To end the run. Portland grabs the miss. Nurkic has got his 7th rebound here tonight. Inside.
Ay, nako.
And finished off by Collins.
You know, Lillard has been so good at finding the open man. Puts a lot of zip on his passes, and he knows he's responsible for getting his teammates the ball.
Timeout called the Lakers.
Trying to find some answers offensively.
Yeah, and you know, that's going to be the focus of this timeout. They need to come up with a spark to get the offense going.
For the Trailblazers. Right side comes in for Yusuf Nurkic. And it's Little in for Zach Collins. And Caruso's got the ball here for the Los Angeles Lakers. Down by 12. They'll host the Denver Nuggets after this one. And that game closes out the 4-game homestand for them. Now here's Green. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. The Blazers on offense. They're on a 16-4 run.
Hey.
And it's Anthony with the jam.
Carmelo Anthony imposing his
Lagi
will
na lang.
inside. Doesn't take any time. Rising up for the dunk.
And the Lakers
Galit
call
si
time
Caruso,
here.
guys.
And as the coaches go to the clipboard to outline their strategy during the timeout, the players getting a chance to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's key to staying fresh all the way to the final whistle.
And Kevin, it really is. And every one of these players knows it. They're all making sure to stay hydrated. It's impossible to play your A game if you're not getting enough to drink, especially towards the end of games when the physical toll of a long contest really starts to add up.
And the Lakers making a change here. James is checked in. Outside for Davis. Jacks up a 3. And it's right side with the rebound.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in cracking
Huli
this
ka.
team.
And it's been a well-rounded performance. I mean, throwing rebounding has certainly been at the center of it, but it's been good on a number of levels.
Greg, let's take a look at Nasir Little. More power and athleticism at this point than skill, wouldn't you say?
I mean, no doubt. As an amateur, he could rely on the physical gifts to dominate. But in the NBA, you have to be able to shoot and handle with confidence. I think Little will get there because he has a tremendous work ethic.
And the first one drops.
As we've gotten closer to halftime, their style has become more and more physical.
Boy, it certainly appears to be the case, Greg. I mean, they've spent a lot of time at the foul line this quarter, and that's the result of attacking the rim and being physical.
So he makes 1 of 2 as the second one misses. Lakers trail by 15. Green finds McGee. On the wing, James. Green with the ball. Over Little. And James with the basket on the assist from Green. 8 points for LeBron.
And they may be leaning a little too heavy on the three-pointer when there are better looks to be had inside.
It's one thing when the shots are falling from the perimeter, but when you go cold and things aren't going as well, you got to get that thing inside. Mix it up a little bit.
The Trailblazers shooting their 7th attempt at the foul line this one.
And how about as a group, 80% on the season, one of their best attributes.
You know, the numbers from the line, guys, are close to where they were last year. But just a tad worse, so not too bad.
A dominant first half of basketball, and so far hasn't been close. It's the Trail.
Galit sila Bruno, nakasimangot. Ambak daw sila.
The third quarter basketball following halftime. The 2K Sports
Bawi tayo, bawi. Try natin.
Welcome back to 2K Sports, everybody. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. Let's talk about that first half. The first quarter for the Trailblazers was fairly even. The game was always within a fairly narrow margin, with their largest deficit of the period being 6. They just exploded in the second quarter, grabbing the momentum and running with it. Basket after basket, and they played stingy. And
Hello.
With the second half upon us, you'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be.
Kamsak lang, ayos na.
Like what we've seen so far from Damian Lillard.
Man, he's been running wild on him through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
Guys, welcome to my NBA game.
Just how much he's got left in the tank. That first half had to take a lot out of us.
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half,
Third
but
quarter,
many
tambak
things will
tayo,
tighten up
guys.
here in the second. Third quarter action getting rolling right now. Brought to you by Gatorade. All filled up and ready to go. Here's who's on the floor. Taking a look at the Lakers. LeBron and Green make up the backcourt. Anthony Davis is out there with JaVale McGee. And it's Caldwell Pope in the 3 spot.
Ayan na si LeBron.
Here's James.
Foul content
And he
naman.
gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more. And Clark, when you were playing, I imagine the pre-draft process was a lot different than it is today.
No doubt about it. I mean, I came out in 1982 after my junior year, Kevin, and at that time, if you were a guy who was declaring
Bagong
early,
lupit taba
you
si
basically
Boss
just
LeBron
had
na.
to go on whatever knowledge and information you could get from whoever, because there was
Kailan
no
tayo
allowing
makakabili? Ang bulky kasi yung ano, LeBron na ano. LeBron 79, bulky at nababalkihan ako eh. Gusto kong bilhin sa
So it was totally different than today.
kaso mahal pa. Huli ka.
And stolen by James. Feeds to Davis.
Oh!
And hard to decide which was better, the pass, the catch, or the slam.
There's no wrong answer.
Pero tambak pa ako.
I tell you what, you wouldn't know they're the team trailing when they're able to pull off plays like that.
Here's McCollum.
Huli ka. Huli ka.
You had to pick the top
Oh,
priority.
pasa mo na.
I think
Kay
that's
Green
it.
muna.
Contest shots, block shots, get in the air. Use
Kaya
that
bang alley-oop?
to deny shots at the rim.
Nurkic with the steal.
Huli.
Offensive rebound. Collins. The first
Ay,
shot of the
nako.
possession finally falls for him. Collins has got his second basket of the night. Stolen by McCollum. One-on-one fast break. Here's Willard.
Grabe si Lil.
Speed that time from
Gagal.
McCollum. And that's 10 points for Lillard.
Umiikot sa kanan, tas kaliwa yung kamay ginamit.
Clever guard. Lillard's crafty with it in his hand and can create for anybody.
And the Lakers call time here. And Los Angeles with some changes. Howard's checked in for JaVale McGee. Kyle Kuzma comes in for Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. And Dion Waiters subbed in for Danny Green. Here's
James. Mismatch.
So special and exciting to watch greatness. LeBron James tonight playing at
Huli
the
ka.
highest level.
Huli ka, akin na.
And it's going to be out of bounds. The Trailblazers
Kainis.
retain possession. And here's the upcoming schedule for the Trailblazers. On Sunday,
Yan guys, abangan yung Game 5.
James
Lamang
Harden
ng Lakers.
and the Houston
And of
Rockets.
course, Lakers.
Then on Tuesday,
Lakers
they'll
ako.
take on Carl Anthony Towns and the Minnesota Timberwolves.
And the matchup with the Timberwolves, this is one where it would take a complete meltdown for
Huli
them
ka.
not to come away with the win. Anything can happen, but I'd be shocked if they don't come out on top.
Here's LeBron.
You know, the power and intensity on display there from James, guys. I mean, giving the defense no other choice.
Yabang mo, mamaya di ka naman manalo. Kailangan manalo tayo, LeBron.
Third shots at the line right here.
Perfect release sana.
Free throw good, James. And both free throws good for LeBron. Trailblazers leading by 13.
Pa dumarating order ko na LeBron witness.
Now here's McCollum. Checking some stats on him right now. He's averaging just around 22.5 points a
Huli
game.
ka.
Here's Nurkic.
Mismatch.
And
Linis
terrific
naman,
work on
no?
the offensive glass, and he picks up 2. Nurkic has got 6.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Yeah, double-digit advantage on the scoreboard. They've taken the initiative. They've played, I think, with more
Kuzma.
purpose so far.
Pass to Howard. 5 to shoot. And out of bounds as the Trailblazers gain possession.
Now, let's take a
Ganon.
look at the numbers for Anthony
Auto
Davis.
bounce pa ako doon.
Averaging about 26 points per.
Nakakatakot yung ganong move sa totoo.
And you can't
Baka
help but be
masalubong mo
impressed
Siko eh.
by his numbers.
Paikot-ikot ka,
I think
tapos
he's the engine
Siko
of
na
this
pala yung mga
offense. He makes
salubong.
them go. Without his scoring, I think they'd be a totally different team.
Patay na naman.
Lillard misses. Lakers
Kala ko yari na naman tayo.
And guys, at this point in his career, Anthony Davis just entering his prime. Crazy to think when you look at what he's already accomplished thus far.
Howard kicks to Kuzma. The pass to James.
Uy!
For the 3.
Uy!
That gives him
Counted,
7
oh.
free throws and 13 shots.
They didn't get a chance to knock one down in the first. But the defense left him a look, and he nailed it. He'll make them pay when he's open.
Di marunong mag-double
McCollum
team.
against Waiters. Shot, high post. McCollum, no good. And we were talking about Anthony Davis. How do you even put into words what he's able to do on the basketball?
Nice assist by LeBron.
He carried the conversation among the best big men of all time. On a nightly basis, dominating in so many facets
Yan sa
of the game.
pa.
Really, it's
Habulin.
remarkable.
Time called here. The Blazers decide to talk it over. Like last season, we saw more of the global game series from the NBA. A couple games in Mexico, one in England. It's nice to see.
Yeah, it really is, because I actually 6 years ago had a chance to be with the Pacers in the global games in the Philippines, and then Taipei, Taiwan with the Rockets. Great experience for the players and the organization. It's an additional level of travel, no doubt. About a week to 10 days when you're in another country, but it's great for the game.
Okay, let's go, Lakers.
Fans in those countries.
Tambakan tayo.
And Los Angeles with some changes. Markieff Morris is checked in for Anthony Davis. Smith comes in for Dion Waiters. And it's Alex Caruso in for LeBron. Here's Simons. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Little dishes to Whiteside.
Now, it's It's up to Kuzma to play with the kind of heart and hustle on defense that's required. And he's versatile at that end of the floor.
And the shot, he'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. While there's a chance, let's show you the teams that have thrived on the fast break this season. The Lakers second.
Yeah, I mean, they've got the athletes to run the break all game long. So that's their edge. They're always looking to take advantage.
Perfect release ba?
He misses
Oy,
the free throw.
sablay pa. Miss.
And he sinks the
Yan,
second.
pasok.
And there's a minute 45 left in the third. And now, here's Hazonia. Defense is right there. And the foul
Grabe
called
naman
on
foul yun.
Keith Morris. That is his first
Mga
foul of the
nonsense ang
game.
foul yun,
Anthony's checked in for the Trailblazers. Cohen comes in for Little. Howard against Whiteside.
Huli ka.
And the call on the shot sends him to the line. It's going to go on Marquise
Nang
Morris.
magreklamo, ma-technical ka pa eh.
Anthony is a special player, guys. A bulky, small forward with a quick trigger release, and he leaks forward.
And he makes the first. Good on both. And clearly Frank Vogel wants to talk
Kailangan
about
mag-timeout kasi. Yan guys, time suck lang, ayos na. Tamsak lang, ayos na tayo dyan. Isang game lang.
And checking out the numbers for CJ McCollum. Just an incredible month of basketball. He's putting up about 28 points a game, 7 assists, and 5 rebounds. And you talk about guys who just have a nose for putting up points. He is one of them.
Yeah, he sure is, and he rarely has back-to-back bad games. If he has an off night, he usually follows that up with a big night.
Smith outside, 4 on the clock. Over McCollum, the shot straight from Smith.
Better to be lucky than good. Got that
Lucky shot
to fall.
yun ah.
And Simons has got the ball here for the Portland Trailblazers. They led by as many as 18 points. And there's the call on Howard. So that will be his second foul of the game. We're in the bonus. We'll go to the line to shoot 2. And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for Portland.
Well, it's been an outstanding game for them in the open court. Their fast break points really stand out.
And also, guys, they take a lot of pride in their ability to rebound the basketball, especially on the offensive end.
That's also good. So he hits both free throws. Los Angeles calls timeout.
And team strategies
Gamitin ko yung ano.
closely guarded. One aspect of the game the fans aren't always privy to.
Yeah, typically there's some type of
Thumbtacks.
adjustment made out of a timeout. It might be major, it could be just a slight tweak. Yeah, but let's take a look here to see where the Lakers rank.
Yan naman
in the
daw,
NBA.
paliparan mo.
And going back to that top ranking in terms of block shots, for me it's been pure dominance. Defensively, they have such great presence around the rim.
Pag pinaliparan mo,
And at
mananalo
times,
ako.
that gets in your head.
Tambak ako eh.
Here's Smith, and it's
Ay, kasakit.
And Whiteside takes great pride
Kasakit
in
ba ito, eh?
rejecting shots. Outstanding at getting his arms up and the 9 shooters.
Ay, nawala pa ako.
Yep, that one goes in there. Whiteside's got 8 points.
A nice job taking what the defenders gave him. But these guys need
Tupetot lang, tupetot.
right now.
Well, that's exactly the kind of defense that's gotten them into the hole.
Smith the pass to Kuzma. Morris kicks to Kuzma.
Hindi, sunod na lang siguro.
Three-pointer. And again, good by the Lakers.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Yeah, you look across the board, it's actually sizing up, shaping up to be a great game. I mean, strong performance.
Pumasok ko.
Down double digits, it may be difficult to overcome.
Oh, third quarter na.
Lead by 13. Live from the Staples Center, you're watching 2K Sports. And how about a look now at our assist of the game? Brought to you by State Farm.
And definitely deserving of the prize tonight. How about the read he made here?
Na lang para sa harap.
Point guard right on the money.
Terrific versatility coming from a big man. Not something that the majority of big guys
may mga harang na. May harang na 3 minuto.
And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. On the court for the Trailblazers, Anthony is out there with Whiteside. Then there's McCollum, and it's Trent in at the small forward position.
Boy, that was a sweet-looking teardrop. There's very little defense for that.
Out to Kuzma, out to the wing. Here's Caruso. All good on the 3. Portland leading by 15. So the wing on the left. It's up a 3. Green with the block. And it goes out of bounds.
Dalawang kamay yun, ha?
Nice touch by Green. Caldwell Pope, who's checked in for Los Angeles. And the Lakers call time here. A lot of smart guys playing in the NBA right now, Clark. Any that you spot that could be a future head coach in this game?
There are so many of them, Kevin, when you spend time around guys and watch how they carry themselves on the court. Usually you look at point guards because they're quarterbacks and coaches on the floor in many cases. CP3, I don't know if he has a desire to coach, but he certainly talks and feels the game as a coach. And Mike Conley, I think he too has the type of cerebral approach to the game that could lend itself to coaching.
That's an excellent starting list. Anthony Davis, he's checked in for Los Angeles. James comes in for Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. He gets a chance now to catch up with the 4th member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, guys, during that last time out, I listened to Frank Vogel talk to his team.
Malaban na si Lebron, no?
Well, in certain areas, but the lack of detail to the defensive boards has allowed their opponent too many second-chance opportunities. And that is the difference in this game. To get busy on the glass, Kevin.
I'll tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
Yeah, if you're going to foul, then make sure that you don't give a chance for the and one.
That free throw, no good. And Portland making a change here. Collins is checked in. That's off as well. So he misses both.
And really, as solid as he's been at the line, I had already chalked those points up. Those to show you.
Par for the course for James. I mean, he forces his man to overcommit, gets the bucket, and
Nagwala si Lebron, no?
And the bright lights of LA, perhaps too much
Starbucks, oh.
You know what, Greg?
Starbucks, saka isang MTV yung harap.
In the spotlight, the Lakers crafting a roster to satisfy his championship ambitions. Off the court, the City of Angels perfect for maximizing his business aspirations. And not a single free throw attempt in that first half, but he has been far more active since the break and drawn some fouls.
Anthony on the wing. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Lillard. Lillard's got 3 assists tonight.
And Anthony is certainly capable of sinking the triple. The D has to respect that quick release and get out on it.
And so it's Anthony bringing it up for Portland. McCollum feeling it out a bit. Dishes it to Lillard. And again, it's Portland converted.
once they roll the ball out there, Lillard turned on the switch. He is doing it all tonight.
Caruso, the pass to Davis, taken away by Anthony. And here we go with Anthony running it up the court. McGee with the block. And it's over bounds to court. Over 10 possession.
Black.
Mortgage checked in for court. Here's McCollum. McGee with the block. And pushing it up. Here's Los Angeles.
Counted. Nice one. Smooth move.
And he's really shot the ball well, but it hasn't been contagious.
Free throw, no good for LeBron.
Amongst the many things that I appreciate most about LeBron James, and there are a lot,
Huli ka.
his leadership.
Grabe, tambak
Everybody
na
else
naman.
just kind of naturally falls
Inis.
into place
Inis na.
behind him because he's such a good example.
Simula na ng YouTube na ako, lagi akong talo ah. Oh, narinig ata ni Lebron. Narinig ni Lebron. Huli ka! Oh! Ah, kainis.
When it happens this often, that's not a pattern. That's a characteristic.
Ah!
Davis inside.
Counted.
By Collins, and they call the foul. So he's
Grabing moves ni Lebron yun, nasa mablay lang.
Get a three-point play. And that sends Anthony Davis to the free throw line. That one's on Anthony. And the Lakers making a change here. Waiters is checked in. That one misses for Davis.
Davis is really the total package.
Kainis
A
naman.
mobile, sharp shooting big guy who can score from everywhere.
Second opportunity shot, hindi pa nagawa.
A little over 2.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth quarter. And the foul called on Danny Green. That's his first foul. Anthony up on
Wala,
top. He's guarded by Waiters.
Grabe.
That one goes in.
Wow, has he flipped a switch at halftime? Much more effective here in the second half.
LeBron with it. Now,
Oh! Kita nyo yan.
Never get
Nakawala
to
si Lebron.
Throw it down, especially when he decides to do it with a little flavor.
Portland leading by 13. Lillard.
Layo niya.
And Davis pulls it down. Davis has got 11 rebounds in the game.
But still, eventually, you gotta feel like
Wala, nangalabaw na si Lebron.
And you know, he's really been one of the few
Mahabol pa kaya
bright spots for them, trying to will this team to victory.
Three-pointer,
Yan
Lillard.
naman.
He is held in by Los Angeles. Davis has got rebound number 12 here already in the game. Green kicks to Davis. Pass to LeBron. Off the mark, had a chance to trim it to single digits. And he commits the intentional foul.
Yeah, not sure. And taking a technical there is the last thing you want to do. The opposite of smart basketball.
Technical yan.
Like the level of nuance and the footwork that keeps evolving every few years. Talk about the changes that you have seen from the time you played
Technical.
to the exquisite footwork we see now.
Well, you know, some of my peers would say that these guys are being allowed to walk and have it talked about as good football.
And taking a technical there is the last
excessive
thing you
timeouts.
want to do. The opposite of
Wala na
smart
pala akong
basketball.
timeout. O nga pala guys, pagka wala ng timeout, tawag yung coach nyo ng ano.
Lillard is
Time out,
really
technical
a force
yun.
of nature. I mean, an incredible talent who torches
Limutan
just
ko,
about
wala na akong
everybody
timeout
with his
pala.
scoring ability.
Hindi ko nababasa yung ano. Imbes na mahabol, natalo pa.
And stolen by LeBron. And it's the Lakers on the break. Holds it up for Davis. Throws down the alley-oop slam.
You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no
Papa
time
J.
to react.
And you know, you don't get those buckets, guys, when you're quick to get out on the break. Get that ball up the court as fast as you can.
Time called here. The Blazers decide to talk it over. They're up by 11. 1:57 left to play here in the fourth. And now let's present our Jordan Player of the Game, Damian Lillard.
And the way he's made his mark with his work inside, he's just been a slasher tonight. Always moving, getting to the basket at will, and just seemingly taking advantage of a D that was reluctant to get in his way.
Now to come in here facing a hostile crowd and have a game like he's had, that's what separates the good players from the great players. And the first one at the line is good. And both free throws good from Damian Lillard. Lakers trail by 13. Here's James. Collins with some nice D.
And that is a textbook example of how to defend your rim.
And you know, guys, I love his fight and grit on the interior. I mean, he never lets a shot go uncontested.
Hello, shout out Amanda ni. Amanda ni. Yung channel mo tagawa natin ng ganito. Ibang games.
First one falls for him.
Collins carved out an impressive NBA career for himself, and I think he's still ascending. He was the 10th pick in the 2013 NBA draft. He's still got plenty of upside.
Loads it up for Davis.
Yeah, nice silky finish on the alley-oop from the stupendous speed.
Bahala ka sa harang dyan. Mana ko.
Guys, I hope we get to see a few more of those.
Uli.
And pushing it out, here's Los Angeles. James.
Ooh.
Tell you what, even though he's a little older now, James still a force in transition.
A minute 20 left in the fourth quarter. Lillard against LeBron. I'll go him outside. Good. Great play by Lillard to set it up. Lillard's got his 5th assist in this one.
Relentless in their approach, even with the game firmly in hand.
And you know, until that final buzzer sounds, I mean, you've got to treat every possession like it's crucial.
And clearly, we will not be witnessing a scary comeback tonight.
Walang talo. Ooh. Walang talo.
Enjoyed a big boost from the strong play.
The subs came in and did their job. Those points off the bench were key to that victory.
Bibila, ano, mapalit ko FPS pa para nimo, para sa imong channel.
And they're going to bring
Nyalay lang yung
this
button ni mo,
season
i-connect
series
sa
to an
imong
end
channel.
with a very nice victory here today. These teams spent a lot of time on the floor together this year.
Nagpili, basta kay...
Greg, and each lined up taking 2 of them.
And as usual, some excellent work tonight in what was a quality big impact
Managaran.
for Damian Lillard.
Yeah, he was relentless, non-stop energy. I mean, he just never slowed
Magduwa pa ko
down
sa
or turned off.
last game.
By Anthony.
May matulog
They
na.
just blocked out
Kay
the
flex na po
noise,
dang uban.
kept on grinding, and this is their reward.
Counted!
Fantastic. I'll tell you something. I mean, you get roadkill, that's always a challenge in the
Flex
NBA,
lang
no matter
maharap.
what. And they got it done.
The first free throw is good.
Mga viewers. Mga taga-tubod. LeBron.
And both free throws good for LeBron.
Ayaw ni pa lupde.
16 seconds
Ayaw
left
ni
in
pa
the fourth
lupde kay
quarter of this one.
Moingon na ba nga dili daw
And
ang
here's
ayan
the pass
ma
to Gabriel.
utang agharang.
Down low.
Madula pa ko sa, madula pa ko sa. Rematch. Guys, I want rematch. I want rematch. Di ako di ko matanggap na talo yung Lakers.
Dead silent by the time GA. All right, David, thank you. And that'll do it, folks. For Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and
I want rematch. Rematch.
Should be an exciting game tonight. A lot of fireworks. Talk about some offensive trends, Chris, that have really changed the game since you played.
Ayaw lagi.
One trend is the fact
Ayaw
that the
palop
big
din eh.
fella can step out and shoot a three-pointer. It helps to space the floor, but you got guys that are shooting 30% from three, but that's an okay shot because of what it does for the rest of the team. And so I would say that. I would say the big fella bringing up the ball.
Sige, ma-experience naman daan sa anong palupad.
Evolution of the game where the fact you can shoot
Tanaw pa
so
si
many
Amanda.
threes now
Pag nagtanaw si
just
Amanda,
allows
palop
for
di.
a different type of cutting, different type of spacing, different type of action. I just love the way that the game and the team game is evolved in the NBA.
More possessions over. You're right.
Yeah.
Para makakita siya ang saan ang palupad.
Collins plays the four with Nurkic at the
Uy,
top.
bakit ganon?
The high-powered backcourt there.
Yan kayo, babawi ako.
And it's Anthony in at the three.
A sensational speed from James, a force of nature
Die
in the
hard
open
fan.
court. With this combination of quickness and athleticism.
Babawi ako!
Arcing shot.
Kala nyo ah.
On the fast break. The shot's good.
Babawi ang Lakers.
There's no hesitation to get into the rim. He uses his height.
Pwede po ka magpalupad na mas Amanda Arma kita
And
siya.
it's contagious. Caldwell Pope with the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
Refresh! Ayun na.
Blazers have gone 0-3 from the field to start the
Refresh.
game. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Green against McCollum. Back to Lillard. Over
Huli
James.
ka.
They are 0 for the game thus far. 0 of 4 here.
Maninood ko ron.
For their first make.
Ninood ko, di ko magkumpiyansa.
Just over a minute and a half.
Counted!
Lost contact on the shot, and now it's
Dili lagi, di amin nagtanaw.
Love watching James
Ah.
show off his muscle. No one getting in his way. The D can't stop
Maninood
him.
ko ron.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight.
Refresh na lang sa harang. MVP daw. Yes, of course.
Free throw good.
LeBron will be the MVP.
Growing up, Chris, LeBron James always looked up to Michael Jordan, following in his footsteps. And like his
Holy
LeBron
cow.
having success in the movies as well.
No one better to take that starring role. I mean, blockbusters, comedies. When his playing days are done, LeBron will continue.
Ano, may cartoons.
Here's LeBron, following the score by Damian
Kisay ka
Lillard.
ba ni Mata?
LeBron against McCollum. Now here's James. He's guarded closely. 5 on the clock. There's Green with the three. He makes his first shot of the game.
Taking his defense to the task so far.
Maninood nami. Maninood naming Lakers. Tinodaan na yun na ni. Rematch.
As it seems like some teams have been in rebuild mode for a long time. Is there a point at which the league should step in and maybe, I don't know, take over or give them guidance?
You know, I really do.
Naisahan ako dun ah.
And not because it's necessary the thought of the team.
Manimaos ko ron.
It's
Pili-pili lang kung kanunay.
But to be a perennial bottom dweller, basement dweller, it's not good for the fans. And fans like myself, every year comes the first game, we think, hey, we could win a championship, we could do it. But, you know, our thought process is not based in knowledge. It's just based in our hope and will for the team. So you definitely want to keep teams straight. You want to keep them honest. And I think the league can find a way to step in but not step on the toes of ownership.
Now here's LeBron. 29 points for him last game against
Oh!
Uses the glass to finish the way. James has got 7 points.
Oh, this is the kind of start they were hoping for.
Magpalupad na si Amanda.
Lillard way outside.
Ay,
A long
nako.
distance three is buried.
So Lillard plays with great pace. He's outstanding at knowing when to pull up off the dribble.
James looking it over. Ball's not loose.
Uy!
And Damian
Time out, time out,
with the bucket
time out.
on the assist by
Mga
McCollum.
dumidikit yung kalaban.
He has 7, so timeout called here. The first for Los Angeles.
One of the top 10 shooting guards in the NBA, CJ McCollum. I mean, the wonder though, would he be even better lined up as a point guard? I'm not sure. But his defense has been his shortcoming. At 6'3", his size is better suited for the role.
A platoon swap here for the Lakers.
And checking out
Ayaw
the numbers
magpalupad.
for Whiteside, he's been on a remarkable tear this past month. Second in rebounding, second in blocks,
Si
and he's
Manda
right
ay
there
sige.
among the most
Gamay lang
efficient
kay
scorers in our league. Third
i-review para ba ni kanuna ning duwa na ko
And
aning
again,
PS4.
look what he's done so far this season. Wiping the boards clean, ranking second in the league in rebounds. Outstanding effort.
Gamay lang.
And we have a moment to take a look at the best three-point shooting teams in the NBA. In fourth, the Trailblazers.
No doubt, they have snipers on that roster, that's for sure. It's been a terrific year for them from beyond the arc.
First free throw is good. See what you think about McCollum as a point guard. His assists have dropped 3 seasons running.
Yeah, Kevin, but that's because his role on this team is to score. I mean, he's so skilled. He can get other guys.
Counted.
You want him in the bucket.
Dumidikit na yung kalaban.
Than him besides Dave Lillard. On another team, though, when we get a chance to start as point guard, I wouldn't mind seeing that as
And with LeBron James managing to extend his prime, the pressure is on this Lakers organization to make the most of it.
Yeah, you're right, Jay. I mean, it's the kind of pressure you want, though. I mean, getting those superstar players is the hard part. Finding that supporting cast, that's the hard work.
Lakers leading by 5. 156 here in the opening quarter. And here we go. Trailblazers with a fast break. Trent passes to Little. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Yeah, the Blazers boasting one of the game's elite backcourts is Damian Lillard and C.J. McCollum. I mean, other than the Splash Brothers, these two have the most points and three-pointers of any duo over the last handful of seasons.
The free throw drops for Little. And the Blazers used to stagger Lillard and McCollum's minutes. Chris, now they've embraced these two playing together more often.
And they should, Kevin. I mean, they're both standing about 6'3", so defensively they give up a little height, but on that offensive end, the firepower that they bring to bear is something to watch.
Here's Waiters. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 9.5 points.
Oh, madak-dak pala to si Waiters.
The setup was better.
Yeah, GA, the pick working to full effect before the stuff.
Yeah, coach is definitely pleased. That's the execution he loves to
Ay,
see.
nako, nawala ako.
Lasagna
Buti
shot
na
is
lang
off.
wala.
Los Angeles leading by 5. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
Maka na yung mga Lakers.
Floor awareness. Howard has a decent sense for when his guys are open.
1:12 left in the first quarter. And Simons has got the ball here for the Portland Trailblazers. They come into this one following the loss to the Grizzlies. Here's Whiteside. 1 up, 1 down. 2 points with his first shot this game. 59 seconds left here in the first quarter. Now here is Smith. And it's Hassan Whiteside with the rebound. A chance at a 2-for-1 if they want it.
If I'm them, I try it.
Little, it's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
He'll take advantage of that kind of soft defense every time. Just give him a chance to attack the basket, and he will.
Timeout called the Lakers. A tough loss coming against the Rockets in the last game they played. Morris has jumped in for Alex Caruso. And here is Los Angeles now. 3-point lead. Waiters outside. From deep 3-point range, Los Angeles with another miss. The Trailblazers have gone 6 of 12 from the field here in the first quarter.
Hey.
Here's the triple. And it's Simons missing.
17 seconds.
Los Angeles leading by 3. Oh, Moore's in position. Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there.
Ganon.
Passed a Little. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. Little's got his second bucket tonight.
Oh, you have to appreciate the ball moving and the commitment to getting a high percentage look.
Los Angeles calls timeout.
Things not going their way, and he wants to just try to talk this one over.
Well, the defensive intensity has to pick up, and I'm sure coach is going to let them know that.
Raiders for 3. And the second attempt doesn't fall.
Uy.
High-scoring first quarter. Both teams really
125.
going up.
Ako na nagpili sa
Lakers on
sticker,
top.
Papa
They
Jerome.
lead by 1. Live from the Staples Center, you're what?
Thank you.
Welcome back, everyone, to the second quarter of play here on Noche Latina. Vámonos. And taking a look at Los Angeles' performance here. What have they been doing or not doing?
Cute.
Well, the offense
Good
is
job.
clicking, and they seem to have seized the momentum here early on.
Yeah, how many coaches
Thank
say
you
we
sa
want to start
pala.
fast?
Thank you
Now,
sa
let's see if
super
they can
chatter.
maintain that intensity.
Kyle Kuzma is out there with Marquise Morris. Then there's Howard. Then there's
Urot
Deion
na
Waiters
malkansya na.
and
Ta,
Smith
kay
in
mo
at the
mga
two.
ipalapdan.
That's the group for the Lakers to start the second quarter. 6 to shoot. There's the 3. The shot off that time. And the Trailblazers going the other way. To the inside. Little kicks to Hazonia.
Oh.
Here's Whiteside. 2 free throws
Wala,
coming
nagalit.
up, and they call the shooting foul. That's on Dwight Howard.
Cute.
You know what? You allow a guy to get right to the rim like that, that's your only option.
Different styles of basketball, and
Ako din man ko
we're talking
kamo
about Coach of the
mag-super
Year here. What style of coach did you prefer to play for?
Well, I just wanted a coach that was honest, that held everyone accountable, and allowed us to get out and run. You want a coach that believes in the talent that he has and doesn't hamper anyone's skill set, doesn't hold anyone back based upon their offensive philosophy. The game is changing, so hopefully you have a coach that is
Tablala.
flexible, hopefully you have a coach that is forward thinking, and you have a coach that says, let it fly. That might be the most important skill set of a coach, in my opinion. One that says, hey, you got an open shot, you better take it.
Timeout called the Lakers.
And they've been very loose with the ball here. They haven't been as patient, forcing things a bit, which has led to turnovers. They need to just slow down and relax.
Davis is checked in for Los Angeles. James comes in for Deion Waiters. The 2K leaderboard shows us who the top assist men have been since the All-Star break. LeBron James third.
Wow, he's taken his passing to a whole new level. His court awareness has really improved as we've gotten deeper into the season.
Quarter number 2, we're about a minute in. Out to Smith. 3-pointer. Drills.
Nice.
Smith's got 5.
And the 3-ball is Smith go-to. We all know that. He's excellent at measuring up any shot behind that arc.
Pass to Whiteside. Lillard outside. Back to Whiteside. And slammed in by Whiteside.
Oh, just solid on the one-handed slam.
And guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball. The Lakers trail. James outside. Over McCollum. And the Lakers get it back.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
Ole.
Kuzma with the defensive effort.
And gotta like what they've been doing down low in the post.
Ay.
A shot by LeBron, no good.
And that is
Cute
a
tag sticker.
textbook
Oh,
example
cute.
of how
Amanda.
to defend your rim.
And that's why he's out there right now. In situations like this, he stands tall to prevent points.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of
Oh.
Yeah, that's just great defense.
Thank you sa ating super chatter today.
attacking in transition,
Si
the most
Amanda.
consistent way to generate easy looks.
Yeah, you can tell they love to get out and run when the opportunity is there.
All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Over.
Well, Kevin, tampering is a touchy subject, but it's a word we're hearing more often. Teams want to retain their star players, but they know that there's always talk during the season. Now, teams can only express interest in a player when he hits free agency, but players can talk amongst each other freely all season. Star players like LeBron James are tied into their front offices. And some people wonder
Ole.
how much of a difference between what the player says
Pinaliwa pa
and his
kasi.
team is thinking. Kevin?
Good point, David. Thank you.
Huli ka rin.
Anthony's shot is off.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his
Nangalabaw si Lebron, no?
But on that one, they were there. And he has definitely been struggling in this quarter.
Just off his game, forcing a few shots, not
Huli ka
letting
rin.
the game come to him naturally.
Huli ka.
Davis sends it back.
He's got that huge wingspan, and boy, does he use it well on the defensive end. If Davis is within shouting distance of the shooter, there's a good chance he'll get a handoff.
This shot's good from Smith.
And they're right around 50% for
Pag
the game
open
on their
malkan siya.
threes, and they've only
I-video.
gotten better as the game's gone on.
Mechanism ba?
They've been looking at a sink offensively.
Yeah,
So it's a
their
welcome.
offense has ground to a standstill.
So timeout called here, the first for Portland.
Well, here for all his scoring talent, Kyle Kuzma, he wants to be more.
Don't
He's
forget
working around
to
us
thumbs
again.
up,
He's known as a defender,
thumbs up.
rebounder, and a playmaker.
Big group substitution here for the Lakers. JaVale McGee's checked in for Morris. Caldwell Pope comes in for Kyle Kuzma. Green is checked in for J.R.
Guys, welcome
Smith.
to my
And
YouTube
it's Alex
channel.
Caruso in for LeBron.
I'm playing
And
on
a
my
switch here
PS4.
also for Portland. Norkic
Game 4.
checked in for Whiteside.
I lost the first game.
C-Web last season.
I want
Kuzma
rematch.
making
This is the
strides
rematch.
as a passer and as a defender.
Oh, yeah, the Rajon Rondo got him in the film room. Rondo! I mean, he improved his recognition, his rebound.
Holy ka.
And Davis sends it back.
If he'd been even halfway decent today, the score would be a lot different. But you can't
Lumilipad si Caruso.
Liking the vision there from Caldwell Pope, looking to get his guys going when they're open.
Hindi ko sure.
1:44 left in the first half. Lillard scanning the floor. Sweet little floater. Lillard's got 9 points.
That's just great touch. The teardrop, well, that's all about the field.
Loads it up for Davis. Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop.
Taas ng alip na yun, oh.
Here's McCollum. That one drops for him. And now just a 2-point Los Angeles lead.
Ooh, what body control from McCollum. This guy's just a scorer. He takes on all comers.
Timeout called the Lakers.
Well, the best season of his career, Kevin, but then Yusuf Nurkic suffered that gruesome leg injury. A huge loss for the Blazers and a long road to recovery for Nurkic.
And the Lakers making a change here. James is checked in. 1:16 left here in the second. LA's gone 3 of 7 tonight from 3-point territory. Let's go. But they recover it. Outside for Caldwell Pope. Tries to save it. The Lakers get it back. A new 14. And again, the Lakers no good.
He is single-handedly dropping the temperature in here with that cold streak.
Huli ka.
This isn't like him. And he knows it. The best thing they can do is try to give him more easy looks.
There's the lob to the hoop.
Ah, yan na naman, oh.
By little.
Mga wrong timing ba?
And it's the Trailblazers.
Huli, oh.
Nice
Ay, kainis.
Simons.
Tabla na.
Simons has got it all tied up now for Portland. Los Angeles has gone 2 for 5 from 3-point land since the
Huwag mo
end of
sabihin
the
talo na naman tayo.
The drive by LeBron. Great D that time from Nurkic. They kick it out to Green. Jacks up a 3.
Ah, gayon.
He has 6.
And that's one way to extend the lead. Continue to light it up from long range. They have all the confidence in the world right now from the 3-point line.
Last break, the Lakers. LeBron is running. Can't cash in from close range. Second chance shot. And he's time, but doesn't fall.
Nilaro pa kasi ni
First
Lebron.
half, fairly even battle underway in this one. Lakers lead by 3.
Harang.
Now let's catch up with Dave.
Harang muna, harang.
From the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thank you, Kevin. Here with Contavious Caldwell Pope. Contavious, you guys
Yan guys,
are getting a
this
lot
is
of
game
offensive
4.
rebounds in the first
Natalo ako
half.
nung
How
una,
important
tas
is
nga
that?
Thank you,
nag-rematch.
David. And we'll be right back after halftime to start the third quarter.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, everyone. A competitive
Rematch.
matchup for the Lakers in the first quarter. They were able to squeeze ahead by the end of the game. And that does it for our halftime show.
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession.
Third quarter
Los
guys.
Angeles leading by 3 on the court for the Trailblazers. Pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Collins plays the 4 with Nurkic at the 5. And it's Anthony in at the 3 slot. McCollum, no good.
And boy, have they been hitting the backboard in this game or what? Kind of surprising. It's such a tight game.
LeBron, that's a 2-pointer. And that one falls, coming off of Davis's speed. 11 points to LeBron.
Now, James loves pulling up immediately off the pass. You can't give him any
LeBron.
breathing room, even when the pass is coming his way.
3-pointer, Lillard. That's he's 5 for 9.
I tell you what, it's almost like stealing to watch how he plays the game from this seat.
James finds McGee. Lillard against Green. Over McCollum. James misses.
He's got to be disappointed with his performance, but it'll be easier to swallow if they keep the lead.
Anthony.
Oy.
And he uses the glass on the way.
Tabla.
Anthony's got his first basket of the night.
And love the muscle Anthony brings to the 3 spot. Takes pride in outworking everyone when he's that deep inside.
Green, the pass to Davis. Lakers working the ball around now. Nurkic with the block.
His coaches and teammates like this type of energy. Nurkic demonstrated that he could be an anchor on the defense.
Some changes for the Lakers. Dwight Howard, he's checked in for JaVale McGee. And it's Waiters in for LeBron.
Get down, Howard, get down.
And so it looks like the Lakers will retain possession here. We're going to break in the action, so let's take a look at the West and how the teams are stacking up. You take a look at Los Angeles. Very strong season they've had, always at or near the top of the conference. And right now they're in first place in contention for that, exactly where they want to be as they close in on the postseason. And of course the Trailblazers, not really any threat right now as their record showing a lot more losses.
Yeah, and when you look at Portland, they're one of those teams that hasn't quite figured it out this year. A lot of talent, a lot of heart, but nothing to put us up on that next level.
Yeah, they're kind of in that caught in the middle type thing, you know what I mean? Wonder if they need a personnel change.
Yan guys.
Los Angeles, they have yet to miss from the free throw line. They're 3 for 3.
Not really
nice
where
one.
you'd like to be as a team in terms of free throw
Tabla guys,
shooting, just
tabla.
about
Rematch to.
73%.
Here's what the Lakers are going with right now. Kyle Kuzma comes in for Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, and Smith subbed in for Danny Green. Lakers have gone only 1 of 6 from the field in the third quarter. Not how they pictured the half start. Pulls up. That one off the back iron and out.
Now look, even if he had other places to go with the ball, that's a good shot. You can't blame him for letting that one fly.
Collins wide open, he fires. Dwight Howard grabs the board. Howard's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Kuzma kicks to Davis. Shoots it up. Los Angeles with another miss. And it's Dion Waiters with the foul. That's his first foul. Here's a lot of teams have exceptional screens. And that doesn't really show up in the statistics in the pages we get, does it?
No, it doesn't, but I tell you what, there was a survey done asking some of the players who sets the best screens, and it was unanimous. It was Mr. Adams out there in OKC. Not only does he set screens, but when he sets screens, he cuts to the basket so hard that usually he'll get the offensive rebound. That's why he was second in offensive rebounding in this league. But when you talk about rebounding and setting screens, you got to look at Drummond, Al Horford. I mean, some really good guys that'll get you space.
Boy, those are good numbers and good names you rattle off there. McCollum against Waiters. McCollum kicks to Anthony. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers. Fast break points aside, they've had a tough time offensively.
Yeah, trust is what they're missing, guys. You've got to keep moving the ball and shoot with confidence. Ultimately, things will happen well when you play together. Not quite enough defense. That time around, just lucky he was off.
Lakan yan, right side. Hindi mo kaya yan.
To Howard. Here's Caruso. Howard dishes to Waiters. Takes a 3. And it's Portland with the rebound. Anthony on the wing, wide open. Waiters grabs the miss.
He makes a lot more of those than he misses. Not sure what threw him off right there.
Di kaya
Smith
yan.
pitched away. Here's Caruso. And he's
Nice, pumasok na rin talaga sa wakas.
Caruso's got his third basket of the night.
He'll do some damage if they give him that shot. Don't give him a clean look. Get out there for him.
And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, one of the things that teams are more aware of in the age of analytics is the importance of sleep. Those teams are making adjustments. Morning shoot-arounds have been moved in some cases to the afternoon or eliminated altogether. There are many fewer teams that are taking red-eye flights across country. And some teams even give players orange-tinted glasses to encourage them to sleep. There's a lot of work to be done in this field, but the direction is clear.
Continuing to evolve. All right, David, thank you. Passes to Whiteside. That one falls coming off Anthony's feet. Anthony's got 3 assists tonight.
And guys, the D has to show a little more fight on the interior than they did on that trip.
Smith outside. Leaders on the wing. Back to Smith. From downtown. E.J. McCollum with the rebound. Portland leading. Over in the corner, Lillard. Here's Whiteside, and the layup is good. Whiteside's got 9.
Yeah, and the presence of Whiteside in the paint, really unreal. He is a dominant figure down low. Great work to grab that second chance opportunity.
And the Lakers call time here.
Well, it's been an express lane to the rim. Coach can't be happy about that.
4 rotations. I mean, slow help and just not enough toughness on the interior. They've got a lot to talk about.
And it's a completely new group for Los Angeles. And here's Green outside.
Oh.
Three-point range.
Yari kay Green.
He's got 9.
An elite passer in this position, and James always seems to make the right decision.
And if they're thinking they can get a 2-for-1 here.
And they just have to manage the clock correctly. Now, sometimes it's easier said than done if you also want to get a good look.
And that is a textbook example of how to defend your rim.
Well, that's why he's out there right now.
Nice.
In situations like this, he stands tall to protect.
Malamang na ulit.
Quarter, guys, and this has been a neck-and-neck game.
Both teams getting it done defensively, as evidenced by the 8 lead changes thus far.
Here's Simon. The Lakers with the rebound. McGee's got his 6th rebound on the night. Looking to end it.
Ooh.
He can't get James around to the basket. He's exceptionally quick at attacking on the drive.
Simons surveying the D.
Yan.
And at the close of the third
Yan,
quarter,
guys,
the post-game,
last
both teams
quarter.
putting up points in a hurry. Los Angeles
Last
on
quarter.
top, up by 3. And we're coming back in just a moment. Get ready for the 4th quarter of action when we return. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great
Yan,
decision
guys,
on
harang
where
3
to go
minutes.
with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
How about the unselfishness? Night in and night out, you see guys trying to force their own agenda. Not that time.
3/10 quarters behind us. 1 more to go. Thanks for being with us as we begin the 4th.
Huli ka.
Green make up the backcourt. Dallas is out there with Davis. And it's Caldwell Pope at the small forward position. That's the Laker 5. And the officials will call the illegal screen right there.
May foul si Davis.
Because he's been reliable enough to mistake.
JaVale McGee's checked in for the Lakers. Whiteside's checked in for the Trailblazers. Trailblazers trail by 3. Here's Nurkic. Goes back up. And the layup is up and in.
No, when you see the hard
4th quarter, guys.
of Nurkic, I
Last
mean,
game.
love how assertive he is on the offensive board.
LeBron outside. On the wing, Green. Here's the 3. On the rebound by Nurkic. Nurkic has got his 5th rebound right now in the game. And it's thrown down hard with both hands. Time running low, guys, and somebody has got to win this one.
Yeah, well, who knows?
And that somebody will be the Lakers.
In this one, it's been that kind of a game.
On the pass to Green. The trade. And it's Portland with the rebound. Whiteside's got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game. Simons, the pass to Anthony. Anthony drawing the double team. Javale McGee with the rebound. McGee's got rebound number 7 for him tonight.
Oh!
James pulls it down.
James has no problem throwing it down the stop.
Trailblazers have gone 2 for 5 on field goal attempts in the fourth quarter. And stolen by James.
Oh!
Layup's good off the glass. And now a 3-point Laker lead.
Just so reliable. I mean, that basket there will give them a little bit more of a cushion.
Pass to Anthony. To the paint, Simons.
No.
A great 1-2 punch. Beautiful pass and nasty jam.
Nasty
Just the
jam,
kind
ah.
of play they need.
Nasty jam pala, ha?
You know, that's the kind of aggression they want from their forward.
Yeah, Kevin, this is why they go to him. When the game is tight, he ups his intensity level.
Just a little under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the fourth. Lets it go from deep. Offensive rebound. Nurkic. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
They're playing with such physicality on the offensive glass. I mean, Nurkic's awesome at slamming misses in.
Now LeBron. Trying to get open his Davis.
No.
LeBron with the bucket. LeBron's got 10 points here in the second hit.
And you want him taking big shots for you in big moments. That one was as easy as it gets.
Coach trusts him to make any plays down the stretch. I mean, because he's shown that ability time and time and time again.
Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Well, I was able to listen in on what Terry Stotts went over with his team.
Hala.
He's not happy with what he says are late rotations defensively against their three-point shooters. And at the offensive end, he wants his guys to get their own shots within the rhythm and flow of the offense. Kevin?
His teammates keep getting him the ball in his favorite spots. He's done a lot to his shooting percentage.
It's tipped and stolen by Whiteside. Here's Anthony. That ball.
And taking a technical there is the last thing.
Ay, technical foul na naman ako.
Opposite of smart basketball.
Waiters, he's checked in for LeBron.
Mind the lane. Mind the lane. One shot.
Technical.
Lillard, no good on the free throw.
And one thing you talk about with Lillard, great at all times, but absolutely lethal in the clutch.
A bit under 3.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth. Pass to McCollum. Back to Anthony. JaVale McGee grabs the miss. Lakers trail by 6. Davis down low. Working on Collins. Back to McGee. Lakers passing it around. Here's Davis. Sinks that one from the post.
If there's a list of the best inside scorers in the NBA, Davis has got to be right at the top. When he gets his hands on the ball down low, you might as well just count it.
Now a timeout called by Portland. They're up by 4. 1:58 left in the game. A chance now to recognize our Jordan player of the game, Damian Lillard.
And he's played this entire game on his front foot, Kevin. I mean, driving the lane, going to the rim with purpose. And
Ay, shit.
Technical there is the last
Sayang.
thing you want to do. The opposite of smart.
Wala na pala akong timeout.
Real good, Damian Lillard.
Is bola pa nila? My goodness.
against McCollum. Passes it to Lillard. And it's Dion Waiters with the foul. That's foul number 2 for him. They double him with Green. Collins kicks to Anthony. There's the pass to Lillard. Knocked away. That's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Waiters.
Wala pa, tapos na eh.
And it's the Trailblazers with the ball. It's Davis on the wing. He's guarded by Collins. Shot by Caldwell Pope, no good. Portland leading by 7. Here's Lillard inside. Collins with it. Now guarded by Caldwell Pope. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call at the front. So the first one drops, and that stretches their lead.
Ilise mo kan.
And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 9-point ball game here. The Lakers have gone 4 of 8 in this fourth quarter, shooting at even 50% from the field. And it's good for 2. .110 left in the fourth quarter. Lillard dishes to McCollum. It's the one by Green. Unhindered, going all the way. Money!
No, it's just too easy for me. The minute he establishes position in this area, the defense is done.
Na-injury kasi si LeBron. Ano, bumalik na.
Trailblazers. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. There's 47 seconds left in the fourth. And here's McCollum for 3. They get the rebound. Another shot. Good. Nothing but net. And the Trailblazers lead by 7.
Late in the game, up big, they continue to attack.
And it's not about running up the score. It's about closing the door on any kind of comeback.
Outside for Caldwell Pope. Offline with his 3. And they can just let the clock run out here.
Cannot argue with the W.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Davis. So that will be his second foul of the game. We're in the bonus. We'll go to the line to shoot 2. Second one is good. Getting both at the line, and it's a 9-point ball game here.
You've got to figure those are the free throws that officially put this game out of reach.
And there's the foul. It's on Quinn Cook. That's his first foul of the game. In the bonus, we'll go to the free throw line.
I think I need more practice. Lagi akong natatalo.
And he misses the first one. Boy, he wanted that one to fall.
I had to lose the game. Nice shoes, Kobe. Oh. Game 6 by day 9.
And he ends up making the second, and that'll push the lead to double digits.
Well, he got the important one to go. Their lead should be safe now.
From the arc. That one, no good. And so Portland takes this one, but by a big margin. A solid win on the road for them.
Talo,
was dead silent by the time GA this one wound down.
Show sportsmanship.
Take the crowd out of it by crunch time. Don't give them any chance to lift their team up at the finish.
It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks, Kevin. Carmelo, a back-and-forth game all night. How did
Okay,
you
guys,
get
next
control
time.
and pull out the win?
Next time ulit. Thank you for watching. And thank you for our super chatter today.